My identity was tied up into, is the record gold? You know, how many cuts have we got? And you can get caught up in that whole thing. It feeds itself, you know.
He would work so much through the night up till, 4, 5, 6, 7. In fact, I would wake up in the morning to be with the kids, and he would still be working and not have gone to bed. And my frustration began to build more and more and more.
I mean, honestly, you might as well eat the cardboard. It's just ridiculous.
And that didn't fit with Shelley's idea of the perfect Christian family, a husband and wife always available to each other and the children.
I wanted almost perfection, which was unrealistic.
I was actively defiant. I was actively not living the life she wanted to live.
It seemed the couple couldn't talk without arguing. The strained marriage and the pressure of work sent John searching for an escape. He found it with alcohol.
When he was working all the time, and then he started drinking every night, and then we started fighting every night, it was a gradual process, but it kept building into this bigger bomb.
John also escaped through pornography.
And the more the tension grew, the more my addictions grew. I would reach for whatever medicine was closest and easiest. Whether it was a gin and tonic or 5 gin and tonics, I ran to that. I ran to the internet. Pornography is as easy to get as you want it now.
John continued to write Christian music, but his heart was troubled because his lifestyle contradicted his message.
You know, here I'm writing songs that people are singing in their churches. I'm winning awards that people are singing about Jesus all over the place. And my own life, my inner life, is a disaster.
Meanwhile, John and Shelley were on the verge of divorce. But John loved his wife and children and wanted to save the marriage. So his first step was to pray.
I figured I had nothing left to lose, you know, and so I brought my nothing to him. And I remember praying that, if I'm giving you my nothing, and if you can do anything with my nothing that's redemptive, I'll serve you the rest of my life, you know.
He confessed his struggle with pornography to his wife.
I really was completely floored. I had no idea. My initial thought was, really? I felt like I was a fool because I didn't know. And then that moved into, okay, let's work this out. I forgive you. We can work this out.
Through prayer and determination, John turned from his addictive habits. But he and Shelley knew that if their marriage was going to survive, they would need help. So they sought out a Christian counselor, and slowly but surely, their relationship was healed.
I don't believe God waved a wand and we all got better. I think what he did was give us the courage and faith to look at things honestly and say, wow, this is really what our marriage is. Is it what we want? Is it a godly model? Is it what Jesus died for? And if it's not, what are we willing to do to try and get there?
The beautiful thing in this whole process was that I got to know the Lord in a way that I never would have any other way. So as I sought him and really focused on what he wanted and what his heart was, he began to change my heart. So my prayers started to change, not so much change my man, but change me and what is in me, that what can I do? You know, how can I humble myself?
What we really needed was a change of heart. We really needed to see God change our nature so that we could really live as one, you know? And that's a long process of working it through. It's still going on today. That's what marriage is about, you know? It's an opportunity to die daily.
Today, John and Shelley have 4 beautiful children. John still has a successful music career. He's a worship leader and also has a new CD called We Belong to Heaven. But instead of pouring everything into his music these days, he's learned to balance his time between work and family. He and Shelley are thankful to God for restoring their marriage and helping them build a happy family.
My banner that I live with is nothing is impossible with God.
God has been overwhelmingly faithful. Through hard times, through good times, through so many facets of life. He's been who he said he was.